Hi everyone, welcome back to your English speaking practice. Today's topic is a little different, a little special, a day without my phone. We all use phones every day, all the time, but what if one day we just didn't? What happens? How does it feel? I'm going to share my personal experience, and you can listen, repeat, and speak along to improve your fluency. Let's begin. Last Sunday, something strange happened. I woke up in the morning, reached for my phone like I always do, and realized it wasn't working. The screen was black, and no matter how many times I pressed the buttons, nothing happened. I tried charging it, restarting it, but nothing worked. My phone was dead. At first, I panicked. I felt like I had lost something important. I thought, how will I check my messages? What about my emails? What if someone calls me? I was anxious. I even considered going out immediately to repair it. But then I stopped. I thought, wait a minute. What if I try to live without it for just one day? Just one single day without my phone. So I made a decision, no phone for one day. And that's how my experiment began. The first thing I noticed was silence. Usually, my phone buzzes every few minutes. Notifications, messages, updates, reminders, all kinds of sounds. But without the phone, my room was peaceful. It was quiet in a way I hadn't experienced in a long time. I actually heard birds outside my window. I could hear the wind, the ticking of the clock, small sounds that I had completely forgotten. I went to the kitchen and made a slow, quiet breakfast. Usually, I watch YouTube or scroll through social media while eating, but this time I just ate. I noticed the smell of the toast, the warmth of the tea, the sound of the spoon in the cup. It felt simple and real. After breakfast, I picked up a book I had left unfinished 2 months ago. I sat by the window and started reading. At first, it was hard to concentrate. My mind kept reaching for my phone. I kept thinking, let me just check the time, or let me quickly reply to someone. But I couldn't. And slowly, my brain adjusted. I started reading more deeply. I laughed at the funny parts, thought about the serious ones. I was actually present with the book, not halfway distracted like usual. Around noon, I decided to go outside. No phone meant no GPS, no music in my ears, no quick pictures for Instagram. Just me, walking. At first, I felt a little awkward. Everyone around me had their phones out, talking, scrolling, listening to something. I felt like an alien. But then, I noticed something amazing. I started noticing the world again. I saw the colors of the buildings, the shapes of the trees, the faces of people passing by. I made eye contact with a street vendor and smiled. I heard children playing in the park. I smelled food from a nearby cafe. It was like my senses had become more alive, more alert. I sat on a bench and just watched people. I wasn't in a rush. I wasn't checking the time or thinking about 100 things. I just sat and breathed and observed. It was peaceful. I started thinking about things I hadn't thought about in weeks, my goals, my dreams, things I wanted to create, things I had forgotten. Later that evening, I met a friend for coffee. Usually, we both keep our phones on the table, checking them now and then. But this time, I told him, my phone is dead, so you have my full attention. He smiled and put his phone away too. And you know what? We had one of the best conversations in months. We talked deeply, we laughed loudly, and time flew by. I didn't even miss the phone. When I came back home that night, I sat in my room and thought about the whole day. I realized I wasn't as tired as usual. My eyes didn't hurt. My mind wasn't overfilled with information. I felt calm, focused, alive. That's when I understood something very important. We are not addicted to our phones because we love them. We are addicted because we are afraid to be alone with our own thoughts. That day taught me that silence is not scary, it's beautiful. Doing nothing is not a waste of time, it's a gift. And attention, real human attention, is rare and powerful. So finally, before going to bed, I didn't scroll through my phone. I didn't check social media. I just laid down, thought about my day, and went to sleep peacefully. The next morning, I got my phone repaired. It started working again. And yes, I did feel a bit happy. But I also knew one thing. I don't need to use it every second. I can live without it. I can breathe, walk, eat, read, think, and talk without a glowing screen in my hand. And now, I try to take one phone free day every month, just to reset, just to feel alive again. So, that was my experience of living one day without my phone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it made you think. Now it's your turn. Try speaking about your own day without using your phone.